You are listening to Super Sound Showcase, sponsored by Culture Picks on FM 93.5 The Burg and WMBG AM 740. We are Williamsburg's radio station. I am your host, Robert Hodge, and today we welcome back one of our most popular guests from this season of Super Sound Showcase. We're going to return and talk with Fillmore Duo because they have a brand new album. In fact, they just released it, had a brilliant party from what I understand, and they are about to leave on a national tour. So I'm really excited about that. In fact, the tour starts tonight in Norfolk. If you are listening and you are intrigued by this wonderful group of musicians, you're going to want to head on over there very quickly at the end of this show so that you will be able to see the first stop on this tour. So, Phil and Morgan, Fillmore Duo, welcome back.
Hey, good to be here.
Oh, it's great to have you guys. It's always a pleasure and a great treat to hear your music. The album is out.
Yes, we've been working so long for a year on this tour and this album. And talking about it, everybody's been asking about it, and finally we're here, so it feels good.
How much work was it?
It was a good amount of work. As they usually are, we're very tough critics of ourselves and
sure,
toiling over decisions, musical decisions, and what's going to go where, and album art, and on the heels of booking the tour as well. So it's just we're happy that all of the logistics are over, and now we can just go
play the music.
Enjoy playing music.
Well, I'll tell you, talking about being your own critic, I've had for years that voice in my head, even when I'm performing, that I try to silence. And I had this conversation actually in a recent interview with Linda Ronstadt. And I'll pass this on to you. Mm-hmm. She said to me, we were talking about the fact that she doesn't listen to her record. She said, I just can't because I obsess on it. And I said, well, I try to shut up that voice when I'm like, performing, and it's like, oh, you could have done that different, or would you hold that note for so long? Mm-hmm. She says, you can't silence that voice. You need that to maintain your quality. She goes, but the thing I'll tell you is you cannot let yourself be a slave to that voice.
Yes.
And, I love that she put it that way. So
Absolutely.
I'll pass that on to you. Tough critic is a good thing, but just don't let it rule your life.
Right.
So what are you most proud of with this record?
So like we said, we're usually a tough critic, and usually when we put out our stuff, we're like, that's good, but, could have been better. And with this, I think I listened to it like 9 times yesterday over and over and over in my car. I like it. Like, I really like our music, and I think the songs mean something. There's one love song in there, and the other love song is more of a heavier love song about carrying your partner's weight and their emotional baggage more of. But
yeah, I think one of the biggest things is the message that the songs send.
Right.
They're not kind of this frivolous,
same old.
We're
girl looks good.
We really want to say something, and we want people to be able to take something out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well. Right.
I'm surprised that there's only a love song, given the fact that y'all have impending nuptials.
That's right.
They're about to be married in June. And in fact, I got to laughing this morning, and I thought, well, they're coming in here today, and it'll be the last time they're single people.
That's right. That's
Next time I
For
see
better
you,
or worse.
Let's see if the music gets any better with the marriage.
Well, I can't imagine that it won't.
Yeah, and we'll be writing a song and singing our vows to each other and recording it live. So
maybe
we'll probably release that as.
Yeah,
I want to hear that.
We'll bring our vow song into you.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear that. That'll be awfully
That'll be the
fun.
real love song, the ultimate love song.
Yeah, is it already written or no?
Not yet.
It's somewhere in the universe.
See,
but
that'll come on the tour, right?
Yeah, what we were thinking is we'll write the chorus together, and then we'll figure out a melody for the verses, and then she'll write her verse, and I'll write my verse, so we won't really know what each other's going to say, but we'll know generally what the melody is.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
Hopefully it works out.
Oh, I'm sure it will. And, show business is a good thing. The people will understand the necessity for a retake if you have to stop and do it again.
Excuse me, everyone.
We'll be right with you. That won't be a problem. All right, so tell me about the tour. Where are you leaving? You're on your way today, and you're going to hit Norfolk and then go on to Memphis?
Yeah, we're at the Town Point Club tonight, and then tomorrow we are in Memphis, Tennessee at Beale Street Tap Room. It's about a 15-hour drive from Norfolk to Memphis. And
y'all are new to booking this tour stuff.
We're staying in Charlotte tonight. We're knocking some of that out because the gig tonight's early from 5 to 7.
Okay. Nice.
So we're gonna head to Charlotte and sleep for a few hours and hit the road about 8 a.m. and head to Memphis, and we pick up an hour of driving. because we go to the central
right.
time zone, so
Yeah.
that helps. And then we play from 8 to 12, staying in Little Rock.
Good thing we're already on daylight savings time too.
Yeah,
You know, that helps.
yes. That night, and then headed to Austin, Texas for 2 shows, Saturday and Sunday.
Yes, which are going to be amazing. It's going to be on the rooftop bar at the JW Marriott. It's called Edge Restaurant Pool, and it's going to be the last weekend of South by Southwest
Nice.
Music Portion Festival. And
then New Orleans.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right?
Have y'all played there before?
No.
We have not.
Oh, you'll have
so
a
we're
grand
day
time.
off, driving day Monday, and then we're
gonna be on the morning show.
morning news show in New Orleans.
Tuesday
And
morning.
it's great when you get to perform in New Orleans, honestly, because if anybody gets in your way or gives you the wrong attitude or doesn't help you with what you need, there are lots of places you can buy realistic voodoo dolls. I love that. It's like, don't make me go in that voodoo store. And but yeah, you'll have a grand time. When do you come back to the area? Because you guys are local. And
yeah,
Next
a
Sunday.
couple days in New Orleans, and then Atlanta is Friday the 22nd.
Oh, nice.
At
I
Eventide
like it, too.
Brewing, and then Nashville is Saturday the 23rd
Okay.
at Tennessee Brew Works.
Oh.
And then we have we're headed on the long journey home.
And so you get back when?
March 24th.
Yeah, next Sunday.
Okay. Well, it is a definite opportunity. You'll learn so much on the road. In fact, your songs that you record, as well as you know them when you finally get to the recording, when you get on a tour and you're doing this show every night, everything will really drop into place. So by the time you
Absolutely.
come back, your show ought to be on fire locally. So
We'll
that's a
see.
great thing. I'm excited for you.
Thank you. We are too. We've been waiting for it for a while, so.
Well, great.
Very
And
good.
you're going to perform songs from the new record today, which I have a cover here. I don't know if they can see it. Is that? Let's get it close to the camera so everybody can see that record and that beautiful picture on it.
Thank you.
Where was that taken?
Dover Hall Estates.
Goochland.
Yes, by
buddy of ours, Heaton Johnson, photographer.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we were standing in front of the wall, as he was taking the photo, he said, "This is an album cover."
Yeah, he was
didn't-
right.
Yeah.
You were standing in front of the wall. I didn't think it had been built yet. Oh, the one in
Not
Goochland.
if I have anything
The
to
wall
say
in
about it.
Goochland.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you. Okay, so which songs are you going to do for us today?
So we'll do the order of the EP. So we'll start with Hands Up. This on the EP features one of our friends. He does an amazing little rap portion on there, but obviously he's not with us today.
And he plays saxophone as well.
Yes. So we're
We have some
going to
saxophone
kind of...
featured on the album.
He can rap
Yeah.
while he plays saxophone? That's
I know.
incredible.
He's an
We could make
incredible
him
talent.
famous.
Yeah.
That would make him famous instantly.
Yeah, and then we're going to do Truth, which is a song about running from your demons, I guess. And,
How's that work out for you? Do you get away from them eventually?
I think... Yeah, I think that you don't. I think that you just
they
are
always
running.
catch up to you.
You're
and
just
that's
always
the,
running.
It
and
is
that's
human
the point:
nature.
is quit running and deal with them.
Right,
Yeah.
turn around and face. And then the last one is our song that we're hoping is the big song of the album. It's the name of the EP, name of the tour, Soul Love Sexy. It's a song about just loving yourself before you can love somebody else.
Well, that term "love sexy" was coined by Prince, and it worked out very well for that
That's
album.
true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, the Love Sexy album was big, and so was that tour. In fact, when he rolled through Hampton, he was rolling through with 44 18-wheeler
Wow.
trucks and a
Wow.
2-day setup for each stage and the hydraulic
my
stage
gosh.
setup and craziness. And I had a friend that was the road manager who I don't know how he didn't have a nervous breakdown because that was more responsibility than I could have wanted. But
Wow,
yeah,
that's
it
a
was a
lot of
big
equipment.
tour, so maybe that'll bring you good luck, little Prince mojo on the album.
Oh, we love Prince too. So please
If
give
only
us some
we could be
purple.
so honored.
All right. Well, we are going to take a commercial break. We will be gone just for a few moments, and we will be right back after these messages with Fillmore Duo. This is Super Sound Showcase, sponsored by Culture Fix on FM 93.5 The Burg and WMBG AM 740. And we're back. This is Super Sound Showcase on FM 93.5 The Burg and WMBG AM 740, sponsored by our friends at Culture Fix. I'm Robert Hodge, and our guest today is Fillmore Duo. And today we have an exclusive. They are going to perform from their new album. What's the first song?
Hands Up.
All right,
the
hands
song's
up.
called.
Do I have to sit here like this?
Yeah. No.
Oh. You're not going to rob me, are you?
It's a different kinds of hands up. You'll see.
Okay, good. Let's hear it.
can recognize ones that spread poison and hate. The beauty that lies in you, only you can choose to keep following the pain. You better recognize it might save your life. Just open your eyes.
Put your hands up
If you had enough of the same old story you see.
Hands up
If you want to say something about the way that it's supposed to be.
if you're done tiptoeing around
Done tiptoeing
and you feel like it's
around.
breaking down.
Feel like it's breaking
Maybe
out.
if we're loud enough they'll hear it.
We're saying it together. When you can't bend anymore, every day you grow a soul of all the darkness is a shame. Let that inspire you. Others might feel it too. Hey, make the people think. You better recognize it might save your life. Just open your eyes.
Put your hands up
If you had enough
of the same old story you see. Hands up
if you want to say something about the way that it's supposed to be.
if you're done tiptoeing around
Done tiptoeing
and you feel
around.
like it's breaking down.
Feel like it's breaking.
Maybe if we're loud enough they'll hear it. If we're saying it together. If you had enough of the same old story you see. Hands up if you want to say something about the way that it's supposed to be. If you're done tiptoeing around and you feel like it's breaking down. Maybe if we're loud enough they'll hear it. Put your hands up if you had enough of the same old story you see. Hands up if you want to say something about the way that it's supposed to be. If you're done tiptoeing around and you feel like it's breaking down. Maybe if we're loud enough they'll hear it. If we're saying it together.
Very nice. I like that slick ending too. Full palm. I've never done a run like that. I like that. I'm gonna try that.
That's the mean one.
Yeah, you know what? I like it. It's got a certain zip to it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna steal a move from you, Phil.
I'll take it.
That's awesome. I'm gonna steal it right away too.
Privileged and honored, sir.
That's right.
Oh, that's good. And there's a lot going on in that song.
And it's the record, like I said, there's even more if you listen to the actual EP because we got Thomas playing the sax on there. We have a
Buddy
bass on that.
Steve playing the lead guitar, and a friend of ours, Sam Brown, playing bass. It's, in my opinion, it's a song that really says something, and it's one of the ones that I'm most proud of for sure.
Awesome. And have y'all done that on the radio before?
Nope.
No.
So I had a world exclusive.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I love that. You know, for some reason, that just really gets me excited when I know that I'm presenting something nobody's heard before.
Well, we appreciate you doing that for us, for sure.
Well, you know, it's funny. just for my listeners, the interaction leading up to this appearance was pretty funny because I got an email from these two and like, you remember when you said bring you the album first? Well, the album is done. And I was like, I just love that. It just made me all the more affectionate for you two because I like having it first. And so I love that it came here and that you guys were willing to come perform. So what's the next song?
Truth. This has always been one of my favorite songs.
Okay.
It's a really raw, broken down song.
Broken down.
I don't know why I say that.
That's an interesting adjective.
I say that. I guess just listen to it and see if you get that vibe from it.
Instrumentation wise and
Not like a broken down
vibe
car,
wise,
like
it's very direct and simple and to the point.
So broken down to the minimal dots that are analytical of the situation to which you address.
Right.
Absolutely.
All right, we got it. I understand now. Let's do it.
Be strong, I wanna stand tall. I drop to my knees, make me feel so weak. Won't you help me see who I wanna be? Make me believe in me. The way I've grown, the things I've seen have shaped my life, but not my destiny. I wanna feel, not hiding regret. Pain makes it real. You can't forget. You want to lead the world. You want to rule your mind. Look back at your past and learn. Listen to flames and you'll get burned. Only see life through your eyes. Nobody knows what you've been through. Boy, remember someone's got it worse than you do. You're complaining about the bruises, yet you're hiding in excuses. Out of breath on the run, on the run from the truth. Oh, you're on the run from the truth. Oh, you're running where you're running to. I bet you're running from your running like you always do. Do you know when you're running to? Devil said, come on down, baby, it takes two. Oh, you're running and you're running where you're running to. Bet you're running from your run like you always do. Do you know where you're running to? Do you know where you're running to? Really let go of what I think I know can be the hardest thing. I can't see reason. I remember as a child, beautifully open-minded. I wish that I could see life as that child did, but now I've grown old. Oh, stop trying to control the world around me. Drained all of my energy. I wanna feel, I wanna love, I wanna show you can rise above. You want to lead the world, you want to rule your mind. Look back at your past and mess with the flames and you'll get burned. Only see life through your eyes. Nobody knows what you've been through. But remember, someone's got it worse than you do. You're complaining about the bruises, yet you're drowning in excuses. You're out of breath on the run. You're on the run.
You want to lead the world. You want to rule your mind.
I've been running around this place. I can't seem to find my way. I know I've been in this fire, but I can't remember anymore. When your life is what you choose, what you hold in will weigh on you until you're out of breath on the run. On the run from the truth. Oh, no run, no run from the truth. Yeah, you're running where you're running to. I Bet you're running by your mind like you always do. Do you know where you're running when you're running to? Devil say, come on now, baby, it takes two. Oh, you're running and you're running where you're running to. Bet you're running by your mind like you always do. Do you know where you're running, where you're running to? Do you know where you're running, where you're running, where you're running, where you're running, where you're running? You're running to. The devil said, baby, baby, it takes two. Yeah. Ooh.
Some interesting fingering going on there. You know what I like about this music? So often when there's more than one person and somebody's obviously got the lead vocal, the other person ends up in the background, but you guys never seem like either one of you is singing back up for the other. You always seem like there are two distinct songs going, but they're interlocked, so connected and interlocked in a way that it's so close and so tight that it's never one or the other. That I think is one of the things that makes your music unique.
Appreciate that.
I like that a
I
lot.
always say she's the show. I'm just hanging around, but
I don't think that's true.
I did a lot without him, and I never have gotten, the same response.
Yeah, I don't think it's true because
together.
it is an electric combination. But you have Morgan. You've got an interesting technique. They talk about scat singing in jazz being an imitation of the phrasing of an instrument.
Right.
And, so much of the things that you do which rapidly propel the line of the music and the phrasing are directly mimicking some of the things that he's doing.
I don't even think I realize that I'm doing it
and you
sometimes.
probably don't, and that's why it's so effective. But the things the licks that he's doing on the piano come through in some of your vocal things in the way that you escalate and build up a scale into the blues feel of what your vocal is doing. It's a direct correlation to what's going on, and it's almost like it's a different kind of an interpretation of the whole idea of scat singing.
Right.
she's
like
a genius.
No, I'm
I
not
know.
a genius. I'm not even close to being a genius. But I did go to Berkeley for 2 years, and that was some intense jazz training. And so I give that the credit. And yeah, that is truly what they teach you is stop, like trying to learn a song, memorize the words and spit it out. Listen to it as a sound.
And it's interesting you make that statement because the next question I wanted to talk to you about, you write most of your music. So are you one of those artists that once you've written it, you don't ever forget it? I mean, you don't really have to work on remembering the words and learning the song all over again once you write it because
Not necessarily
depends on what
learning
song.
it, learning the music and things.
But do you not remember it if it came out of your heart first? Because I don't usually forget the things I've written.
Yeah,
Right.
well,
Definitely
I think,
easier to remember.
I think
it.
if it's something where we went back and changed a few things.
Okay, then which version is the real one?
Because I'm much more of the opinion of the song is a sculpture that has to be uncovered by the sculptor. It's
Okay.
already in there, and it
Right.
just has to be peeled back.
Sure.
So I always find the most effective songs just come out, and that's it. Sometimes you have to work tweak some stuff.
Be careful of creating sculpture, though, because then about every 65 years you have to call in a restorative cleaner and clean that marble. And
We'll call that a remaster. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, it's hard to believe we got only one song left, but what is it?
This is the big song. This is called Soul Love Sexy.
Soul Love
it's,
Sexy.
Just what we could... It kind of came out as one of the songs that we spit it out. And we knew that we loved the idea of Soul Love Sexy. And we were like, how do we get this message across? Like, what is Soul Love Sexy? It's not a sentence. It's just these 3 words that can mean different things. to
While
different
we're on that
people.
subject, what is Soul Love
Right.
Sexy?
Well, a lot of people say it's what they see us as.
Well, yeah, and
like
really,
3
it's finding
words that describe us.
it's finding your own
Yes.
soul. It's finding your own love. It's finding your own sexy.
Right.
And then you can then
Give it to someone
give
else.
that love to somebody else, but you really can't do anything until you have that
Right.
your foundation and your own self taken care of.
All right, so basically the old adage that you can't love someone until you love yourself,
Right.
you've just gone 2 steps further,
Right.
that you can't really find that all-encompassing relationship unless you also have soul and sexy to match the love.
Absolutely.
That's right.
All right, I am completely on board with this. Let's hear it.
Okay.
'cause I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. I don't trust myself when I'm around it. The fake face in the mirror trying to be real. You got your makeup on, so get your wake up on. Your medicine is how you got to heal. Do you, baby? Feel it in your soul, reach down into the ground, feel your roots, baby. You were made for love. Feeling so sexy when you learn to love yourself. Do you, baby? Got your soul, got your love, got your sexy. Now go and love somebody else. Makes sense now that I'm thinking about it. They keep telling me how I'm supposed to feel. I can't trust myself when I'm around it. Same face in the mirror trying to be real. Makeup on, I got my makeup on. My medicine is how I have to heal. Feel it in your soul, reach out into the ground, feel your roots, baby. You were made for love. Feeling so sexy when you learn to love yourself. You got your soul, got your love, got your sexy. Ooh, got your soul, got your love, got your sexy. Love somebody else. Wake up and I'm not thinking about it. I walk around knowing how I'm supposed to feel. I don't trust myself, I'm all around it. It's my face in the mirror knowing that I'm real. Don't got no makeup on, I got my makeup on. My medicine is how I have to heal. Feel it in your soul, reach out into the ground, feel your roots, baby. You were made for love. Feeling so sexy when you learn to love yourself. Got your soul, got your love, got your sexy. Ooh, got your soul, got your love, got your sexy. Oh, got your soul, got your love, got your sexy. Oh, got your soul, got your love, got your sexy. Now go and love somebody else.
Well, you caught me off guard with that, and you just stopped. But you know what? A great song. I like that very much. And I can see why you might want to choose that as a designated single. And, you know, that ought to drive some people, some traffic to that album and to the shows. And as we said, if you are listening and you have had a grand time listening to Fillmore Duo, they are available. What is it, 5:30? What time are you starting tonight in Norfolk?
5 o'clock, 5 to 7.
Oh my gosh! So you better get in the car and go fast. And tell us about the gig. It's a charity event of some sort, right?
Yes, it's at the Town Point Club.
At the Town Point Club, right on the water.
It there. That's beautiful. Yeah, I've played there many times. You'll have a grand time at the World Trade Center.
Yeah, it's an upper level restaurant and bar.
You will have a grand time there. And it is a great place. And parking is easy right across the street. That's a rarity in Norfolk. So anyway, that's great. In fact, I'm heading over to Norfolk later myself. Maybe I'll pop in there and see you guys because I never get enough of Fillmore Duo. This is great. It's been great to have you here. And I thank you for coming again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robert.
It won't be the last time. It won't be the last time. So thank you to Culture Fix, to our friends Steve, Shirley, and Jen. And I am your host, Robert Hodge. As always, I thank you for listening and for tuning in. There's no reason for all these great musicians to come in here and perform if it wasn't for the support of y'all tuning in and listening, and then going out and telling the artists that you really like their music and supporting it. So support local music. It's always a big thing, and it's what we're all about here on Super Sound Showcase. And now we go back to the music that you love here on FM 93.5 The Burg and WMBG AM 740.